Good afternoon, dear students. I hope you fit and fine at your home, and also welcome in our DSS online classes. So, let we start simple reading computer chapter 2 more about Windows. Let's we start first topic operating system. An operating system is a set of programs that manages the computer resources and lets people communicate with the computer around us. At your home, your mother manages all the affairs. She is in charge of cooking food, also takes care of washing and cleaning. You can say that your mother is the operating system of your home. From this picture, we have these are 4 points: food, clothes, cleaning, washing by doing mother. In computers, in the same manner, an operating system helps to operate a computer by managing its file systems, handling input output, and running programs. It provides the interface between a human and a computer. From this picture, Windows 7 attached with 4 points: store files, open files, manage software, control hardware. Next topic about the Windows operating system. In the beginning, people did not like using computers as they had to remember lot of commands. If they happened to forget a command, they had to leave the work unfinished. Then Microsoft came up with a wonderful operating fact file. There are different versions of Windows like Windows 3.0, Windows 3.1, Windows 95, Windows NT, Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7 and Windows 8. Many older versions like Windows 3.0, Windows 3.1, Windows 95 and Windows 98 have been discontinued. Next topic, graphical user interface. The Windows operating system is very user friendly because the commands used in it are in the form of small pictures called icons and not in the form of typed text. That is why the Windows operating system is termed as a graphical user interface GUI instead of a character user interface CUI. Next topic, the look of Windows 7. When you switch on your computer, the Windows OS gets loaded onto your computer and you will see the Windows screen. Let us discuss the various components of it. From this window, here some components visible like this: icons, start button, taskbar, show desktop. Now next topic, desktop. Desktop is the look on the screen that you can see when you switch on the computer and has the Windows operating system installed on it. In the picture, you can see the desktop screen of Windows 7. Icons. Icons are the small pictures which represent the programs, files, folder, etc. associated with them. Example, the picture icon represents the recycle bin. This picture icon represents a folder icon. This picture icon represents the MS Word file. From this rectangular box, you can move an icon by dragging it to a new place on the desktop. Next topic, selecting multiple icons. To move or delete multiple icons at once, you must first select all of them, click on empty area of the desktop and drag the mouse to surround the icons that you want to select with the rectangular selection box. Then release the mouse button. Now you can drag the icons as a group. Wallpaper. You can see a background on which icons are placed. This background is called a wallpaper. This wallpaper can be changed to give different background to the desktop. You can use any picture, even your own photograph, as the background. Next, taskbar. The bar at the bottom of the screen is called the taskbar. It contains the start button, which when clicked will give you a lot of other options to access the other programs and change the settings of your computer. Next, show desktop icon. On the right end of the taskbar, there is a show desktop icon. When you click on it, all the open windows get minimized and desktop becomes visible. In rectangular area, quick quiz. What is the use of start button and show desktop button and where are these located? Next, files and folders. All the time while working on the computer, you will be creating files and organizing them into folders. Let us be clear about what does a file and folder mean to us. About files. A file is your computer work stored with a name on a disk. Everything that a computer does can be stored in files. Files are stored permanently on storage devices like a hard disk, pen drive, or CD or DVD. Always give meaningful names to file to identify them easily. Remember, you can do lots of things with files: create, name, rename, save or delete them. Quick quiz. Which button when clicked minimizes all windows? Next topic, creating files. Files are created through software in which you work. For example, in the Paint program, you can create files when you draw. In MS Word, you can create your text files. These files can be saved with any name of your choice. Here attached the files look like. Various types files. Opening a file. Opening a file means to display it in front of you to work on it. Either use the open option from the file menu or double click on the icon of the file to open it. Activity 1. To open a file. First step, double click on the file icon. The file will be open. Working in folders. A folder keeps files organized by grouping them together. In this way, files get categorized and stored systematically. and do not get mixed with other files around us. In your cupboard, you keep things in different shelves so that they do not get mixed up. In computer, on a disk, you classify your work in different folders so that it does not get mixed up. Next topic, how do folders organize our work? If you have three folders on the desktop, namely letters, storing your letters, drawing, storing your drawings, and music, storing your songs, you can create a folder of your name and move all the three folders in that folder. In the same way, other user can organize their work in suitable folders. Remember, a folder within a folder is called the subfolder. Looks of a folder. A folder look like this picture like. You need to open it to see and work on it. There could be many folders or files inside a folder. Opening a folder. Double click on a folder to open it. Activity 2. To open a folder, step first. To open a folder, double click on it. The folder will open in a window and the files or subfolders inside the folder will be displayed. Creating a folder. Creating a folder is necessary when you have to organize your files. We will learn to create folders on the desktop. Activity 3. To create a folder on the desktop, first right click on the desktop. Second, a shortcut menu will open. Point to new and click on the folder. Third, a new folder icon will appear on the desktop. Fourth, type the name for the folder. It will appear at its place where new folder appeared. Press the enter key. The folder name will change to the typed name. Fact file. You can also create subfolders inside a folder. For this, open the folder which you want to create a subfolder. Now, right click anywhere in the folder and repeat step 2, 3 and 4 as mentioned above. Quick quiz. What is a subfolder and give an example which shows the importance of a subfolders. Always create folders with meaningful names. For example, if you have to store letters in a folder, name it letters or my letters. Moving files into the folder. You can move the files on the desktop in the newly created folder to clean up your desktop and organize your computer work. Let us see if you can do this. Activity 4. To move a file into a folder, here my drawings. First, drag and drop the file over the folder in which you want to move it. The file will move inside the folder. Copying files into the folder. New topic. If you want to copy the file instead of moving it, press the Ctrl key, Control key and repeat the above procedure. Within box, just like you organize your study table, similarly you should organize your computer work. Remember, you can also move copy folders within some other folder to organ computer work. Deleting a file folder. A file or folder which is no longer required should be deleted. Otherwise, it will unnecessarily keep on occupying the disk space. Activity 5. To delete file folder. First step, select the file folder by clicking on it. Second point, press the delete key button. Third, a message box will appear asking you to confirm that you want to delete this file. Fourth, click on the S button to delete this file. The file folder will go to the recycle bin. Next topic, where does the deleted files folder go? When you delete a file, it is not permanently deleted. It disappears from the place where it was deleted and goes into the recycle bin. From the recycle bin, it can be either permanently deleted or restored by you. Let us learn how. Restoring a file. Restoring a file means getting it back from the recycle bin to the place from where you deleted it. Activity 6. To restore a file from the recycle bin. First, double click on the recycle bin icon. Second step, the recycle bin window open. Third, right click on the file which you want to restore. Click on the restore option. Next point, empty the recycle bin. When the recycle bin is emptied, all items inside the recycle bin will be permanently deleted and you cannot get anything back. You should be very careful when deleting the files. Activity 7. To empty the recycle bin, follow the steps. First, right click on the recycle bin. A shortcut menu will appear. Second, select the empty recycle bin option. The recycle bin will get empty. Quick quiz. You can restore back a file even when it is deleted from the recycle bin too. Next point, renaming a file folder. Many times you would like to change the name of the file or folder which you have created to make it relevant and more meaningful. Activity 8. To rename a file folder. Step first, right click on the file or folder. A shortcut menu will appear. Second, click on the rename option. Third, the cursor will be placed below the icon where the initial name was. Fourth point, edit the name as required and press the enter key. The file folder will get renamed. Remember, giving a meaningful name to your file folder will help you to locate and identify it later. Revision time. First point, an operating system is responsible for managing resources in your computer. Second point, the Windows operating system is very user friendly as the command in it are in the form of small pictures called icons. Next point, the Windows operating system is also termed as a graphical user interface GUI due to its graphical properties. Next point, icons are small picture like buttons which represent the programs associated with it. Next point, a file is your computer work stored with a name on a disk. Next point, you can keep files organized in folders by grouping them together. Thank you, and also I am providing underlined words meaning those have difficult for understanding you. Okay, these are difficult words meaning those are underlined within this chapter. So these words be very important, so you learn it. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Thanks a lot.